And there's the berm, and it's spotted. They've lost one of them. Did as well, they didn't get very far.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Speed Without Engine, the place where fast-paced action meets pure fun. Get ready for some sick designs, crazy crashes, and tons of laughs. Let's go.
With chicks in it attached to a bike, how will it do? Well, it's not started very well. He's gone already. Yeah. The chicks are all over the road. If there are any eggs in there, they'll be smashed as well, won't they? One of the bigger soapboxes that we've seen today. Not a particularly fast start. Enough momentum to roll up. Bit quicker now. Oh, no, it's going to start to wobble. There it goes, there it goes. Buzz Lightyear bites the dust. You'd think they were going fast enough to crash, would you? But they were. Out they come for the second time. They don't seem to mind at all, do they? Luigi and Super Mario, they're all right. Oh, they've gone again. No chase. And they're off and running, not at too great a speed. Build up some momentum. Over the ramp he goes, he celebrates. Oh, he celebrated too soon. He took his hands up. Look at that fist in the air. Soapbox in the hay bales. Over now then to our next team, and they are runaway. Start with the berm, they go through the kicker, which is big. And then a couple of chicanes. Thrown in as well, they didn't get very far, did they? The right-hand side of the soapbox on the ground, the left in the air, they roll it into the hay bale. The wheels, I'm led to believe, are from a Formula 1 car, but I would have thought they'd been a bit bigger than that. Knox is on the way. It looks like it's breaking bad already. It's breaking all over the place. Not much left, ain't. Over that, no problem. Oh, I'm going to say no problem, but there was a problem, a big problem. Well, they're going to try and get it back down, I think. This is where it went wrong. They went over that and then lost it altogether. The steering wheel actually comes off in his hand, which is where the problem starts. He's still trying to steer it, look, fair play. He's trying to keep it balanced with his foot. Everything's going so well there, and then as they land, the steering wheel just snaps off in his hands. And they are actually going to make it over the finish line. Well done. So down they go. A little bit wider at the front, the axle, than at the back. Steering wheel, and around that corner, very tight through there. Oh! Can't leave the wheel. Spectacularly there. Everything's okay here, and then they just catch that front right wheel. And this is another angle, and you can see just how tight they were. And really, all they can do when you have a crash like that is rescue. Zoom and no broom. We've seen one or two very quick runs here today. This one certainly looks the part. It's gone flying right over the finish. That was a really impressive run by the Lancashire Witch. Nice and quick. Not easy to control this one. Now steel works, no problem there, nice and straight, nice and fluid. One or two pieces of this soapbox. Now we've got Bone Rattler, which has been a leveller so far today, but not this time. Even though we lose, nice and spectacular. That one might well find itself in the front. Here's the factory. Over the factory and straight as well, and it's quick and it looks the part, and that might well be one of the barrow, nice and streamlined. Two occupants in the soapbox. Oh, they've gone left straight away. Well, I said two occupants in the soapbox. All of a sudden, there were none. There we go. Got to get further than that, I'm afraid. All the way down, though, it's what the competitors do. As long as you finish, that's what matters. Oh, he's gone again, look. Yeah, I think we've got to write this one off. There you go. Oh. So down they go. Looks very, very flimsy around the two. Oh, look at that! You've got to steer it. They're in the crowd at the start. They went straight left off the start ramp initially, never got to the second ramp. Oh, look, it's the front end that goes, and once the front end's in the air, you can't steer it. It's on, the driver, Sidesh. Off they go down the ramp. Manages to get around the berm, which probably came in the nick of time. Doesn't seem to be the easiest. Moving down towards the kicker. Oh, he's just started to go left and into the straw. Lost. More debris from the soapbox. Fighting with it to try and keep it in a straight line. He can see the finish line now if he can get there. Going, he's getting quicker. Oh, he's out! It's the kicker that did it. Never really regained control. The Pokemon's head went and then split, and then the bales were run into. Whether they can get it onto the tarmac, just when he started to see the finish line, he could almost feel it. And off they go in their soapbox. Bit tentative off the ramp. Maybe not. Fella's standing up at the back as well. He got off just in time. See it wobbling into that corner, and he's wrestling with the steering, look, and then the lad at the back dived off, which I don't think helped the... Right, here's carpool. And we go. Oh, the first one's gone. Oh, the second one. Oh, they were behind me a minute ago. Watch this look through carpool. As soon as the first one goes, you think, what about... Keep it straight. Can he keep it straight? Over the finish line we go. 2 minutes, 8 seconds. Circuit here in court. Down we go. The hippie's chasing after it. Oh, he's gone straight into the bales. Got to remember to steer. If you just go straight, look at those silly little wheels at the front. They've got no chance with that. Straight into the straw. Back they go, look, with the team chasing behind over the bone shaker. Little bit wobbly still, and straight into the straw again. Is there anybody in there? They're just not trying to steer the soapbox. Down again. Around them, just about. No speed through there, though. It's really difficult to control now. And over the finish line at last. The happy hippies have made it. Already, the tin cans are starting to fall off the soapbox. Let's see what happens here, then. Let's hope the chicken doesn't obscure the end, but let's just wait and see. Here's the berm around they go. He's lost it. Can he hold it? Oh, no, he's gone. Straight into the straw bales. He was hanging on for grim death. Chickens flying all over the place. He loses the... That make up the team, and off goes the boat with the big wheels at the back and the small one to the front, and he's buckled already. I don't think there's a great deal you can do about that. See, it's just going to be so hard to keep it straight. Look at it. You can see by the design, he's got, oh, he's wide base, wobbling all over the place, and then it can't get, when it flattens out, it just hits the tarmac. Look, over you go. I think you described that. Sitting side by side proudly at the front of the soap. And there's the berm, and it's spotted, they've lost one of them. The berm is causing so many problems here today. It's not the first time we've seen one. There's certainly a bend in the axle. But they're okay through the chicane. Oh, they're not. They were okay, but it's potholes and then the kicker. They'll try and get to the finish. It's badly damaged on the right side as we look at it now. Certainly that wheel, which was damaged in the berm. Here's the final jump of the day. Whether it lasts, we will wait and see. It should just about be okay down to the finish line, but Tourboss started like a turbo, finished like it's what they were hoping for today. In fact, it's not even finished yet. Look, it is now. 2:05.4. Anyway, off we go. Let's see. Look at the axles and the sailing right. Can he keep it straight? He's going to have a problem here. Over the ramp, he's just about on. Here we go with the kicker, snaking towards it. Over the kick. Oh, he went right off that, then left again. Through the chicane, and every time he turns it, the back end starts to go. The front wheel's going as well. Look at the wheel. Can he hang on? Look at this. Oh, no. No. Oh, a little bit wobbly there. I didn't think they'd make the ramp. Shrieking and whistling going on here. Over the kicker. Oh, there we go. The wheel's gone. There we go. They just can't handle it. When will they ever learn? Just to reiterate, pram wheels, handlebars, and they've not even made it off. A record for the shortest run we've ever had. That's got to be 3 metres. They've never... The spectacular nature of today. Don't like the wheels, I've got to say that. This one, handlebars, 3 wheels, difficult course, can't control it, look. This is where it should start to get interesting. Samurai Gate. How do they handle the seesaw? Very easily, actually. Choice of kickers. That's the one. Oh, they've never got there, look at that. Oh, he took his eye off the ball and got too near the straw bales and lost it. Wheels, wide soapbox. Some of these teams never learn. If that starts to wobble, they might be blinded. Over the first kicker then, still in one piece at the moment. I'm a little bit concerned about those wheels. Still concerned about the wheels. Concerned about the view. It was strong enough for the... Coming down towards the seesaw, they've got further than I thought they might. Over the seesaw and down, oh, the wheel's gone.
Not strong enough for this one. Watch the front right wheel, it's bent underneath, look, and that's where it's gone. There's not a lot of room. Bone rattler. Tom and Hugo. It's Elon Musk. It starts to get a little bit faster from this point. There's the adverse camber and there's the nose in the straw. Skid in, skid in, skid in. No way you could stop it. Look at the fence go back as well. So there we go. 20 for the performance. And on Alan's 50th, he gets to ride the track here at Alexandra Palace in the birthday cake. Soapbox into Lido. Big splash. Got a face full there, Alan, didn't he? This team from Glasgow. The cake starts to fall apart over lolly drop. And it's making steering difficult. Look, he can't hold it. He's gone. They've gone. Let's have a look at it. So there they go through Lido, and they're all okay there despite the fact they're wet. But it's the next thing that does the damage. Lolly drop is the problem. And he couldn't steer it, look, and he's gone one way and the other, and the momentum was all against him. And in the end, they roll out. They're both okay, but it was spectacular. There it is from the other side, and you can see there that Alan had absolutely no chance whatsoever. Euro is the driver. Will thinks this is going to be the best soapbox of the day, the fastest soapbox of the day. Let's find out. There's the whale tail, a little bit bouncy on the wheels, gone front left. He's got to trim forward. I think that might be it. It's that nosedive on the whale tail. It's caused so many problems today. And they've got a decent performance score there of 37. Look at the chunk on the wheels. Nothing wrong with them. Down we go then. At least we're down. Oh, we've not got far again. Look at the state of that. That's hardly Marilyn Monroe jumping out, is it? It's a difficult place to win. The last two teams have shown us how to lose. Now it's time for Sammy to put his money where his mouth is and deliver in SH11. And SH11 is fine through there. Towards the kicker. Sammy, keep your concentration. Over! Oh, he's got to get out! Had to bail out! The nose got stuck in the middle bit. The fact it happened so slowly, look, he's got time to think it through. Moving down towards the finish, one little kicker just before the finish line, and under in 109.35. But let's see what this soapbox can do. Wide axle, quite thick wheels, nice and low to the ground. It's got that big ball at the back, that bowling ball, whether that's a help or a hindrance, remains to be seen. They've travelled 2,500 kilometres to be here today, which must be the furthest that any team's travelled to enter. Coming up towards the kicker, gliding through the bales. Here's the kicker, and then the steps. Oh, he's wonky! He went into it off balance, went into it offline, falls out the front, and Raging Ball has gone flying into the straw bales. That's the issue. Hit it slightly off centre. When you hit it slightly off centre, you're going to come a cropper. And we're going to see whether Gelato Gurus can make an impact here today. Not much in terms of creativity either for this team, so they really do need a fast run. And they're losing bits already. This has got disaster written all over it. Just look at the design of it, look at the width of it. It's the two wheels at the back and the one at the front. So far, so good, though, at the top. Coming down towards the steps. One or two have found it difficult up there, but not Gelato Gurus. Moving down towards the berm then. I know it's just a matter of keeping it straight now. Still trying to keep the speed on if he can. Doesn't want to take any chances through there, and he doesn't. He's fine. We've got the big berm to come as well. This is where it starts to get interesting now. Here we go then. Oh, you can't stop there. Get yourself over the edge. Down we go. Now then, let's have a look at this. Round the corner, sweeping round to the right. Can he hold it together? Oh, he's gone down a bit quick and he's over. Ice cream everywhere. Look, he's gone right to the top and then he starts to skid. He's down, the wheel's gone at the front and he knows. That's it, apart from carry it down to the finish, 207.12. How difficult it is. Go! I've got the best seat in the house and I'm not moving. 28 for the performance. Here's the berm. Nobody's gone high through there. Now the car wash. Doesn't look like this car needs much of a wash, actually. Through there, that's fine. Now, here's the tunnel. This is where it starts to get interesting. I can't wait. Through the tunnel and OK. Down, oh, look at the bonnet through the water. Control, and that was it. Look, from that point on, he's not in control of the soapbox. You can't write this, can you? Down the stair set, over the other side. I don't think he's in control anymore. I think he's just going down there itself. Through that little chicane at the end and over the finish line, and then there's the drop, and it's way to the bottom from there. I can't believe this today. A very good likeness to the vehicle that they used to ride around in. So off we go. Must be hot in that Perspex bubble. Very, very hot day here in LA. Those small wheels and the very narrow axle. And bearing in mind it's wider at the top than it is at the bottom. Oh, we're about to find out! Wow! So it is at the top. The minute the top starts to go, there's too much weight, you can't get it back. Look at that. Straight into the straw. Looking for some crowd inspiration at the start. 23 for the performance, and off they go. Team Asphalt Killer. Looking for someone to really take a strong hold of this competition. That was big air over the kicker. That's as good as we've seen over there. And over the water too. A little bit bouncy, but the pilot there, Andrea, managing to keep it going. Here we go through the chicane. Oh, up on two wheels through there and then over on the other side. That's the one part of this course here in Lausanne where you've got to get on the brakes, because there's too much speed built up at the top of the course to take into that chicane. The successful teams here today will get that bit right. Over the bone shaker, no problem there with the Swiss chocolate, and down towards the finish line, but it's that spill that's cost them 118.46 and another one for fun at the end. There's the big bounce over the water. Really took off after that second bounce, and that's where it went wrong through the chicane. And wrong again at the finish, let's not forget. Oh, look at this, I'm less than confident. Look at this. Don't go anywhere. This is not the time to go and get a drink, people. Watch this one. This is a gentleman on a very unsteady oh, he's gone through the smoke. It's a fella on a very unsteady bicycle going down a very difficult track on a rainy day in Paris. This is perfect. This is the Red Bull Soapbox race, everyone. Here we go. He's going over the bridge. Don't take your eyes off him. Here he goes. Oh, just over there still. Here he is, here he is. Oh, he's still going low. Over the kick. Oh, he's gone. How predictable was that? Get after your bike, sunshine. How predictable was that? That might actually get to the finish without him. Watch him here. Oh, look at that. Blimey. The soapbox went 100 yards without him. Wheels at the front and at the back. I think they'll... There's the boom! Oh, the wheel's gone. Wheels gone straight away. Builder. That if you have wheels that size and that narrow, you can't have too much weight going on that side of it. Canes, one berm. The berm is where they pick up speed. Now that to the naked eye does a bit of a brush on the hay bales through the chicane. Big smile on the face at the moment. Will it last? Over the ramp. Bit of a... here we go around the berm. Oh, that's a big stick back off the here. And there is the evidence. Never made it into the corner at all. Nose first into the hay bales. Skyline in the background. Here they go then. Alfred the butler pushes them off. Joker on one side, Batman on... Over the ramp they go. Got the drinks in, ready for when they finish. The gravel trap safely to go, and quicker and quicker. Round the left-hander towards the right-hander with this dangerous jump to go. Starts to wobble, hits the wall. They get it back again, but they can't keep it. Make it down to the bottom. Despite the 10 wheels, despite the hard work, they couldn't get round the tricky part of the circuit. Off he goes, Gorbistek factory team. Down they go, picking up speed. Oh, the head's gone. Head's gone, lizard's gone. They're into the hay bales. Now we can't get out of the wire mesh. I think the bearded dragon won that one, didn't he? Which was, of course, the World Cup final in the summer as well. That's not the best push-off, is it? Don't lose your feet at a golf cart and a pizza delivery wagon, but around the berm they go. For the kicker they go. I think, oh, they got stuck on the kicker. How do you get stuck on a slope like that? His problems. Through the last chicane. Over the ramp. Oh! The ramp! They did the kicker, they couldn't do the ramp. Look at this! Boom! Oh, that's gotta hurt. On board, you can see the carnage.